Hello, Mountain Chic crafters. And for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. Today's craft is going to be a little springy. And I don't know about your weather, but here in the mountains, it's a little chilly. But I'm not gonna let that stop me because I am ready for spring. So today's craft involves Dollar Tree coffee filters and Dollar Tree scarf. All right, so stay where you're at and let's get to crafting. As you can see, I used Dollar Tree coffee filters for the petals of the flower, and then I had some of the V-shaped coffee filters that are in that natural color, and that makes a great stem and center of your flower. So you're gonna fold it a few times after you've cut it in half, and then you're gonna make little tiny slits up at the top. And then I like to fluff them up and even bend some of them so it makes a really nice, realistic center to your flower. Now for the petals, I use 4 of the white coffee filters, and the first way I'm going to show you how to do it is I am just going to cut kind of some loop-de-loops up at the top. But what I found worked the best, and it's not in this one, but just so you know, that if you cut up at the top of the coffee filter when it's all folded in half and in half and in half, is if you make the top part of a heart and you cut that out, that also makes a really cute, probably my favorite shape of flower. But you can experiment and make any kind of petals you want. So now you're going to separate them and then put them down on top of each other again, but kind of make it to where it's a little bit jagged and not placed perfectly. And then you're going to fold it again. As you will see, it will look much better, more realistic if you don't line your petals up. Once you have folded it, go ahead and put your center and stem kind of off to the side, off to one edge. And your first fold is going to be a little bit tight, and then you're going to loosen up as you're folding it in, as you're winding it around, because you want it to be fluffy. These are so much fun to make, and I got this idea from Tony, Your House, a Home, and then I of course put my own kind of mountain chic vibe to it. Once you have all your petals pulled down, then you're going to pick a color or a couple colors, as I did, and you're going to dilute the paint with water, and then you're just going to lightly press that color in with your brush. Now your flower will start to look a little wilty because you're putting wet on it, but that's okay because they dry really pretty. I wanted my flowers to look mountain chic, of course, so I used a cream color so that they kind of looked a little bit old, or like a faded yellow is kind of what it ended up looking like, which I love. And then I just did a little bit of that pink just to add some of that springy feel. Now, if you want to add some leaves, I grabbed these leaves off of some floral that I had from the Dollar Tree. So you can use that, or you can even cut out your own leaves. And I'm not sure which one I like the best. I really like them both. Now these coffee filters, you will see I soaked these in diluted green paint, and then I wrung them out and put them on a cookie sheet and put them in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes on about 300. And you'll see that in just a little bit, because I'm going to show you, if you want a more vibrant flower, what you can do as well. And if you notice, I did fold that paper leaf just to make it look like it had some veins in it. So I kind of did it almost like I would do a fan. I bet you would score points if you did a handmade bouquet for your mom for Mother's Day. Don't feel like you're limited when you make these flowers. Of course, they look beautiful in a vase, but how beautiful is it just sitting on a shelf or decorating a package, a present? So get creative. Okay, if you want a more vibrant flower petal, this is what I did for the leaves, and it just depends on how much paint you put in there. So I diluted it to what color I felt I wanted. It will lighten up a little bit. And then this is where you just dilute it, you soak them for about 10 minutes, wring them out, put them on a cookie sheet, pop them in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes at 300. And then they come out so cute. But it is more work, and I actually prefer the white ones, the ones that I did in the beginning, the best. You can even add a little bit more paint on the edges to kind of give that petal variations of color. And I did do that, but I don't think it shows it in this video. But just to give it a little bit more dimension. So look at how cute these turn out, and you can just use so many colors. It's really, really pretty. They're both really pretty. I just happen to like the more pale colors better. Here is another kind of rustic, mountain chic, whimsical even flower that I made with Dollar Tree scarves and cheesecloth. So I just cut squares, then I lay them down and kind of move the corners around to where they're not perfectly in the same square. And then you just use a button or a little knob or even a penny or a dime, and you put it in there, gather the material around it, and then put a little tie around it. Just one of those clear hair ties works perfectly, and bada boom, bada bing. It's a really cute little rustic flower. And now for the last flower. You see me do this a lot. Sometimes I don't make it into a flower, I make it more into a bow. But you'll see that if you use 2 of them, and you can use yarn or twine, you see me use a lot of twine, and it's basically just wrapping it around your finger, however thick you want it. And notice if you spread your fingers apart, that's going to give it a longer petal. Okay, so it's just real easy, and then the leftover, you just loop it around, I hot glue it, and then I put the 2 together, and you've got a really cute mountain chic little flower to decorate a package, or make a swag, or a banner. I mean, really these flowers are so versatile. I hope you have enjoyed these little springy mountain chic flowers. I am addicted. I love making these, especially the ones that I did in the very beginning. And I hope that you try it. Also, I've had some people ask, how come they're not being notified when I send out a video? I think you have to subscribe when you see that bell. So make sure that you do that if you want to be notified when I send out another video. So until next time, bye.